2018 season is well underway, and the drivers have been through a lot in the first 4 race weekends. Before we head into the busiest month of the season, let's get you caught up on all the Mazda Road to Indy racing action so far. The season started for all 3 series of the Road to Indy in St. Petersburg, Florida. The drivers took to the streets and competed in 2 races. In USF 2000, we saw a packed field of 25 drivers battle it out. Series rookie Kyle Kirkwood started off his Road to Indy career on a high note, claiming the top spot on the podium. In the second race, it was former Indy Lights driver Alex Barron who found the checkered flag in front of Igor Fraga and Lucas Cole. The first weekend sweep of the 2018 season came early in the Pro Mazda field as Rinus VeeKay passed Parker Thompson after a late race restart in race 1 and then kept his top spot on the podium in race 2. Indy Lights raced through downtown St. Petersburg with only 9 drivers in the field. It was Pato O'Ward who looked the part by winning the first race of the season. O'Ward carried his pace into race 2, but locked up his car going into turn number 4 and handed the win to series veteran Santiago Urrutia. The Mazda Road to Indy presented by Cooper Tires then took to the beautiful Barber Motorsports Park in Alabama. It was just Pro Mazda and Indy Lights who trekked the Yellowhammer State. They showed up for an exciting weekend of racing. The young Canadian Parker Thompson battled with fellow series rookie Harrison Scott all weekend, and the two claimed a win and a second spot on the podium. The first race in Alabama for Indy Lights was a close one. Andretti teammates Pato O'Ward and Colton Herta battling each other from start to finish. Pato edged out the win and didn't move from the top spot of the podium as he put on a clinic in the wet conditions of race number 2. 2017 Pro Mazda champion Victor Franzoni claimed his first podium in Indy Lights as he finished second. We then left Birmingham and headed home to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for our first of 2 weekends at the racing capital of the world. First up was the road course. USF 2000 rejoined the Road to Indy for the Grand Prix, and even with the big field, some familiar faces took to the podium and stayed at the top. Alex Barron continued where he left off at St. Pete and took home the trophy for race number 1. Despite his win in the opening race, some of Barron's best driving came in the second race of the weekend. After the first lap, he got knocked from the top of the pack to the very back, but he battled his way back up to second, finishing just behind 2-time winner this year, Kyle Kirkwood. The Pro Mazda races also ended with 2 previous winners at the top of the podium. Harrison Scott won the first race, followed extremely closely by 2017 USF 2000 champion Oliver Askew, and Parker Thompson finished first in the second race of the weekend, advancing his lead in the standings. A new face to the top of the podium this year came in Indy Lights. Colton Herta displayed some creative driving in both races, giving him a sweep of the weekend, and Aaron Telitz, with a rough start to the year, came out of the Grand Prix weekend with 2 podium finishes. And we finished the beginning of the season still in Indianapolis for the first oval races of the season. USF 2000 Pro Mazda drivers took to Lucas Oil Raceway in the 5/8 mile banked oval. Kyle Kirkwood again showed that he is in control as he took the top of the podium and won the Freedom 75. And it was Parker Thompson who battled with Carlos Cunha down the final stretch to secure his 3rd victory of the year in the Freedom 90. While it was the point leaders extending their advantages over the weekend, there were a couple of championship contenders who didn't complete the oval race. Alex Barron in USF 2000 found the wall, which ended his race, and David Malukas came into contact with Harrison Scott, ending both of their hopes of standing on top of the podium. The Freedom 100 back at Indianapolis Motor Speedway did not disappoint. The 8 drivers from Indy Lights sprinted around the banked 2.5-mile oval, staying green from start to finish. It came down to the very end as Colton Herta held up Pato O'Ward by 0.02 of a second to win the iconic race. The racing has been outstanding so far this 2018 season and is only getting started as we gear up for 4 race weekends in just 6 weeks. Road America is the next stop for all 3 runs on the Mazda Road to Indy. We will be there to cover all the action. Until then, we'll see you down the road.